Now, as a ranger, it depends on the department that you are deployed to work in. For example, a ranger who is deployed in a conservation education, his or her day typically starts with planning to go out. They normally do conservation awareness, encouraging people to participate in wildlife conservation.
That is at the level of community?
That's at the level of a conservation educational ranger.
Okay.
He'll be going to the community, he'll be going to schools to interact with people so that we can be able to have many Kenyans participating in wildlife conservation. For a ranger who is deployed in security department, his or her day will be, in the morning, they'll start with morning patrols, going to the parks, and patrolling around the parks so that they can be able to ensure that all wildlife within the facilities are secure, including the visitors and the KWS assets. For someone, for example, deployed in a community wildlife service, he or she will be going to manage human-wildlife conflicts. Okay. So in case there are people who have reported of sightings of animals, wildlife animals that have gone to people's people's lands, they'll be responding to such cases. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And human-wildlife conflict is one conversation that we still have up until date. And of course, we get to see just how then wildlife is struggling with human to, for space and all this. But just looking at the difficulties and perhaps considering the tough times that we are in, what are some of the challenges that you get to go through as female rangers, or perhaps just as rangers, in terms of addressing or trying to address some of these concerns, especially when it comes to human-wildlife conflict?
Yeah, when it comes to human-wildlife conflict, I want to say that Kenya Wildlife Service, we have so many stations, about 254 community wildlife PSC station. So when I talk about PSC, that is problematic animal control units that works closely with the communities to ensure that they contain the issues of human-wildlife conflicts. Human-wildlife conflict is a broad thing, and even nowadays we don't talk about human-wildlife conflicts. We're talking about human-wildlife coexistence. Okay. How do we exist with
because they must exist
Yes, they
together.
must exist. Yeah. We have about 65% of wildlife outside protected areas. So you can just imagine in Kenya we have about 24 wildlife national parks, and we have 29 national reserves, including the marine, which are 4 marine national parks and 6 marine national reserves. So you can imagine that 65% of wildlife that are outside the protected areas, meaning that these wildlife interact with the communities on a daily basis. And that is why KWS opened all these 254 stations to be able to manage the issues of human-wildlife conflicts. We don't manage the human-wildlife conflict alone. We do the management of human-wildlife conflict together with the stakeholders. Our communities are our key stakeholders. So we interact with them on a daily basis. We have those communities that have formed together to form the committees, the human wildlife conflict committees, that every day they are able to report cases to us.